When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped back as senior royals in 2020, they ignited a whirlwind of public scrutiny, polarizing opinions, and intense media speculation. From their bombshell Oprah Winfrey interview to Harry's memoir Spare, the Sussexes have aired grievances that cast a spotlight on the inner workings of the British royal family. Yet, despite these provocations, King Charles III has remained conspicuously silent. Why hasn't the monarch publicly criticized Harry and Meghan? The answer lies in a complex web of royal traditions, public relations strategy, and personal history, an intricate balancing act that leaves the king with few viable options. The unwritten rules of royal dignity. The British monarchy thrives on mystique and restraint. A cardinal rule of the royal family is never complain, never explain, a philosophy championed by the late Queen Elizabeth II throughout her record-breaking reign. This approach fosters an image of stoic dignity and keeps the monarchy above the fray of public disputes. By adhering to this principle, King Charles seeks to preserve the monarchy's enduring appeal and avoid setting a precedent of airing dirty laundry in public. Breaking this tradition to openly criticize Harry and Meghan could risk undermining the monarchy's carefully crafted image. For a royal family steeped in centuries of protocol, silence is often seen as the most powerful form of response. Protecting the crown's stability. As king, Charles must prioritize the stability and reputation of the monarchy over personal grievances. Publicly criticizing Harry and Meghan would likely escalate tensions and invite further scrutiny of the institution. The Sussexes have shown a willingness to respond with unflinching candor to perceived slights, and any retort from the palace could lead to a tit-for-tat media spectacle. Such a scenario would distract from the king's efforts to modernize the monarchy and focus on issues like climate change, community engagement, and national unity. In a post-Brexit Britain grappling with political and economic challenges, Charles cannot afford to let personal dramas overshadow the crown's public role. A father's love and guilt. Beyond his royal duties, Charles faces a deeply personal dilemma. As a father, he likely harbors a mix of love, disappointment, and perhaps guilt toward Harry. In Spare, Harry alleges that his father's emotional distance contributed to his struggles, painting a portrait of a fractured relationship. Publicly criticizing his son and daughter-in-law could further strain this fragile bond, reducing any chance of reconciliation. Moreover, Charles knows firsthand the damage that public feuds can inflict. His tumultuous marriage to Princess Diana played out under the glare of media scrutiny, with both sides engaging in damaging tell-all interviews. Having experienced the fallout of such conflicts, Charles may prefer to avoid repeating history, especially when it involves his own children. Public opinion, a double-edged sword. Public perception is another critical factor. While many sympathize with Harry and Meghan's claims of feeling unsupported within the royal family, others view their actions as a betrayal. For King Charles, publicly criticizing the couple could alienate segments of the public who still support them, particularly younger, more diverse demographics. Conversely, some royalists expect the king to take a firmer stance against the Sussexes to protect the monarchy's integrity. This puts Charles in a no-win situation. Whether he speaks out or remains silent, he risks alienating one faction or another. Strategic silence. A calculated move. Far from being passive, the king's silence is a calculated strategy. By refusing to engage in public disputes, Charles signals that the monarchy will not be dragged into the realm of tabloid sensationalism. His restraint contrasts sharply with the Sussexes' media-centric approach, reinforcing the royal family's commitment to dignity and decorum. Moreover, this silence allows time to heal wounds. By avoiding public confrontation, Charles leaves the door open for private reconciliation with Harry and Meghan, should they choose to return to the royal fold in the future. The bigger picture. At its core, King Charles's decision not to criticize Harry and Meghan reflects the delicate balance he must maintain as both a father and a monarch. The stakes are high. His response, or lack thereof, shapes public perceptions of the royal family and influences its long-term survival in an era of evolving societal values. While many may yearn for a dramatic showdown, Charles's restraint is a reminder of the monarchy's unique position. In an age of constant noise and instant reactions, sometimes the most powerful statement is silence. As the world watches this family drama unfold, one thing remains certain. The king's every move is carefully measured, not only for his sake, but for the institution he has vowed to uphold.